like anything and like anyone in life, when you're investing a lot of time and effort into something, it seems like you need a return for it to be worth it. And I was struggling to move up the rankings as quickly as I could. Again, it was a factor of I didn't have money to invest in a coach, so that was difficult. I knew I needed the coach really, and I was also at the time had a girlfriend, and it was difficult to justify always being away when you're not making money, you're not really setting up your future, and the girlfriend I had at the time, I've never dated a girl in tennis. She's so far removed from that environment, so it's really hard to understand, for them to understand why you're putting all this effort into something that you're not. It's not as like you're not gaining qualifications, nor are you making money, and because they're that person close to you, you're probably expressing a lot of frustration about it to them. And I think the like recalibration came from I realized I was okay. Well, maybe with a little bit of maturity and seeing the other side of it and really feeling like I was finished, I realized I was okay to play and invest that time and effort and finish with nothing. And when I mean nothing, I mean like no like extreme external accolades or no money in the bank. So like if again, still I'm at a career high right now. I'm 166 in the world in doubles. As you mentioned, I've put my effort into to doubles this year and prioritize that. Still play singles, still 700 in singles, but just play. Just trying to push my scheduling is based on doubles, and I just realized that I was at the end of the day, I'm going to be alive for hopefully another 70 years, and there's a lot of time to do other things. And sometimes I'd feel almost, and I got a lot of other interests, and sometimes I'd feel like I didn't want to live life that one-dimensionally, just focusing on tennis, because at the end of the day, it's a made-up game, and I would sometimes question it's a game, and I'd question what sort of meaningful impact I'm having in the world by being this athlete focused on trying to become better and hone these skills that aren't really having much of a positive effect on the world, and nor is it really having a positive effect on my life or the people closest to me. And now I'm just at a place where I realize that just like we're doing here, I realize I do have a really positive effect on people in the world. And that's in terms of like, I'm connecting with so many young people and through the medium of tennis, and essentially it doesn't really matter what you're doing. It's learning about yourself and inspiring and going through the motions of insecurity and the motions of not feeling like enough, and then triumph and all these things. And it happens to be tennis that we use to experience this array of emotions. And so I feel like I feel a bit more fulfilled, and that's what's got me back into it, and doing just doing a little bit of coaching and having and really being appreciative for the relationships I've built along the way. And then just knowing that, I got 70 years to think about that I could have been better. And I got a lot of mates that have been wastes of talent, or they could have done better. So I thought, let's just, don't get me wrong, being single helps that, for sure. I don't know if I can embrace the nomadic lifestyle, but I'm okay to finish empty-handed. I don't mind. I'll invest everything, and I won't be wriggling in my grave.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love what I'm hearing. And that shift to actually start to accept that you may not end up with anything, no accolades, no money, and that you're okay with that, would have released so much pressure for you just to start to embrace and enjoy it and start to play the long game. Because what you just said is just like, I got 70 years here. It starts to release the pressure of I need to make it by a certain age, because that's what society tells us. I mean, society is really kind of screaming at you that you got to have this by this age, you got to have a house, and then you got to do this and be married by this age. And there is so much pressure, but it's like, who's to say that?
Right. Precedents can suffocate you full on, like
100%. And the way you're going about it is just like, I got nothing but respect. And I respect anyone that is completely going about their life the way they want to do it and owning that. And kudos to you. And then from there, being able to actually be a mentor, because it seems like from this experience, you've started to actually understand your place in the tennis community and know that you are providing value, you're providing service, and you're providing mentorship, and you're being of value and service in the world. And it's not so much of a selfish act, just playing for yourself.